Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Kara Shirley. I am your digital news desk host, and I am so excited to be here with you on this Monday, the 30th of December. We are 2 days away from 2025. And it seems very surreal to me. If you're watching on our website, WLBT.com, or through our mobile app, thank you so much for being here. And if you're tuning in through any of our social streams, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, thank you also for joining in. Don't forget, you can always leave comments, questions, thoughts, anything like that in the comment section. I do enjoy getting to talk with you during the newscast. I call this our interactive newscast. It's a little different from a normal newscast. It gives us a chance to talk to you. Let me know where you're watching from, tuning in on our social. Let's let us know where you're watching from. Is it here in the metro in one of our surrounding communities or from farther away? Just let us know about that. It was some crazy weather over the weekend, some violent weather over the weekend. Uh, and unfortunately, there was a lot of damage done to our community, to several communities throughout Mississippi, and there was uh, individuals that lost their lives. We're going to be taking a look at that in just a moment, looking at some of the damage, and then also speaking about one individual that lost their life in Natchez County. Before we jump into that, before we jump into all of the news, though, we're going to take a look outside over downtown Jackson. It is a much different view right now than it was this weekend. Got beautiful blue skies, no rain in the forecast for the next few days. Cooler temperatures, then we'll be taking a look at your forecast, very abbreviated look at your forecast in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. Oh, I see we got Tawana here is tuning in from Yazoo. And then we have Simone also tuning in from Yazoo. Thank you guys so much for watching and letting me know where you're watching from. So, of course, we know uh, all too well about the deadly storms that swept across Mississippi over the weekend. Two people did die as a result of the storms that came through. And Governor Tate Reeves gave the latest information on what happened yesterday afternoon. So, a death has been reported in Lowndes County. It was an 18-year-old in Adams County at Tykeria Rogers who died when a tree leveled her home on Westwood Road in Adams County. In Lowndes County, the victim was a 68-year-old woman. The governor says that the damage assessments are currently underway. So far, there are reports of damage in 14 counties across our area, or across the state, rather. We have Copiah County, Rankin County, Simpson, Adams, Franklin, Lincoln, and Emmett counties. Those are just a few of the ones here in our area. So at least 10 people were injured. Two reported in Adams County, as well as two in Franklin and Simpson County. There were four injuries in Wayne County, and this is the beautiful soul who lost her life. 18-year-old Tykeria Rogers. She died as a result of the severe weather. So last night, the Natchez Adams School District released a statement on social media, and it said, in part, it is with profound sadness that we share the loss of one of our students, Tykeria Rogers. She was a senior, a beloved cheerleader captain at Natchez High School. She tragically passed away during Saturday night's storms. They say Tykeria was a bright light in the school and community, known for her talent, energy, and uplifting spirit. So there is a candlelight vigil being planned this evening at 5:30 for the school district. It's going to be held at Natchez High School, and we just want to say that our thoughts and prayers are with everyone who uh, were injured in the storms, those who lost their life, their family, and their friends, and then also anyone who had received injury to their homes, lost homes, things like that. Our thoughts and prayers are with all of you across Mississippi. Now, looking here to something that happened this morning in Jackson, Capitol Police are investigating a break-in currently. So let me get this video pulled up for you guys. I'm sorry. So it happened at a Dollar General on Highway 80. It happened a little after 4 o'clock this morning. According to the press release, upon arrival, Officers observed broken glass near the front door. No arrests have been made in this just yet. Anyone with information is asked to please contact Capitol Police, and their phone number is 601 359 3125. So if you live in the area where the Dollar General is, if you have Ring doorbell cameras, security cameras, anything like that that may have caught something, check that out. Again, it happened just shortly after 4 o'clock this morning. And if you see something, relay that information to the Capitol Police Department. We also have a silver alert that has been issued for a Jackson man. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigations issued the silver alert for 71-year-old Jesse James Hollins from here in Jackson. He was last seen around 3 o'clock on Thursday on North State Street. So authorities say that he was wearing a maroon shirt, black pants, shoes, and a baseball cap. Family members have said that Hollins suffers from a medical condition that may impair his judgment. So if you see Hollins, please contact Capitol Police or 911 and let them know that you have seen him, and pass that information along to Capitol Police. And then there was a shooting that happened here in Jackson after a group of several suspects attempted to steal a man's car at a Jackson gas station. So Jackson Police Department tells 3 on Your Side it happened around 11 o'clock yesterday morning. I apologize if I said that was this morning. It happened yesterday morning and was on Medgar Evers Boulevard. The reserve officer parked his personal vehicle near the gas pumps and went inside the business. That's when they say a tan Kia SUV pulled into the parking lot. Several young men got out of the vehicle. One of them got into the officer's vehicle and tried to drive away. When the officer came out, the suspects then began firing at him. The officer did return fire, said the group ran away, but they returned to try to retrieve the SUV. They opened fire a second time at the officer, and during that exchange, a citizen was grazed and taken to the hospital for treatment. Officers say that the Kia the suspects were driving had been stolen earlier that day, and Mississippi Bureau of Investigations is investigating this. We will bring you updates when we get them. Normally with MBI, we won't hear anything until it's the end of the investigation. However, if anything changes, if we get any more information, if we talk to the individuals that were involved as far as the officer who was involved here, we'll pass that information right along to you. And then over in Canton, Canton police are investigating after a man was shot to death in what was being called, or what is the city's 8th homicide for the year of 2024. So police say 20-year-old Devontae Johnson was shot twice just after midnight at the Canton Estates apartment complex. Johnson was there in the area visiting friends when he was killed. 24-year-old Tyrese Dixon is a person of interest who is wanted for questioning in this situation.
People over there tell us that it was some social media activity going on. Said it started on last night and ended up on today. We don't know where Devontae was last night. At this moment, we don't know. We're still searching, trying to find some answers, to get the family some answers and to get them some closures and bring this young man to justice that has committed this crime here in the city of Canton.
So if you have any additional information regarding this homicide, regarding the location of the suspect that they are wanting to question, again, his name is Tyrese Dixon, 24-year-old Tyrese Dixon. Please contact Canton Police or Crime Stoppers and pass that information along to them. Then here in Rankin County, with some extremely sad news, a situation happened. A husband and a wife are now dead following a apparent murder-suicide that happened. So according to Brandon police, the couple was found on Tulane Street Saturday morning after family conducted a welfare check on 30-year-old Jennifer Sheffield. Family at the scene say that there were obvious signs of foul play inside the residence. Sheffield and her 40-year-old husband, Brandon Sheffield, were found dead inside. So this is an ongoing investigation. If we receive more information, we will pass it along to you as it becomes available. And then we have told you about two people who were wanted for a death investigation out of Colorado. Their vehicle was found here in Mississippi in the Hattiesburg area. Well, those two people have now been taken into custody. And here they are right here. So they were first law enforcement were able to locate the blue 1994 Ford F-150 in Hattiesburg on Friday morning. Well, this morning they have now been arrested. So the persons that was arrested, we have Haley Cole, who is there on your left on your screen, and John Morris, who is with the sheriff and police officer there on the right. They are considered potential suspects in the death investigation that happened over in Colorado. Morris was born in the Picayune area, and Stephen Walker, who is the person that they are wanted questioning for, he is considered as missing under suspicious circumstances. So authorities initially found a large quantity of blood in multiple locations, what we're being told. Says the deputies searched another home in a different county, and they did find a man dead. So they have now been taken into custody, and we haven't received information yet on if they're going to be extradited back to Colorado, although I do foresee that as something that is going to happen. As soon as we get that information on if that happens and when it happens, we'll pass it along to you. We're going to take a quick look at your forecast here in just a minute, but before we do that, let's hear a word from our sponsors here at WLBT Plus.
Time for a neighborly tip from Jackson Water. Is it okay to pour fats, oils, and greases down the drain if I run hot water?
No!
What if I run the garbage disposal?
No!
How about if I use dish soap at the same time?
No!
Instead, hang on to a few containers to store and toss old cooking fat and grease once you're done. Jackson Water. Water for all the time.
And again, thanks to Jackson Water for sponsoring WLBT Plus. Let's go ahead and look at the forecast right now. Much different out there than it was this weekend. Thank goodness for that. So our temperatures right now are looking in the mid to upper 60s, 70 in Monticello, actually showing at 60 over in Carthage and Forest. That's pretty much what our temperatures are going to be over the next few days. If you look at our current radar, there is no rain in the area, and we're not expecting any rain, thankfully, over the next several days in our area. As a matter of fact, if we look at the next 12 hours, you can see we're going to stay pretty much this temperature for the remainder of the day, going down to 61 as we get into the overnight hours, and no sign of rain in the next 12-hour forecast. However, if we look at the next 7 days, you can see where 0% chance of rain for the rest of this week. We're going to get a little cooler tomorrow and then drop down into the mid 50s for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Of course, we are looking at some rain chances over the weekend, but if you have big plans for New Year's Eve, it's going to be a good forecast for that, and great temperatures as well. It's going to be a great temperatures to get outside and celebrate. If you're going to be shooting fireworks, though, use caution, be safe, and do it properly with proper supervision and all of that stuff. Just stay safe so that we have you back with us in 2025. Let's look at some other stories that we've been talking about, looking at here in the Jackson area. Let's talk about Thalia Hall. We know that it's been closed for several months because of a lot of issues that they had in there. Had a lot of shows, sadly, got canceled because of the facility being closed. Well, according to some documents that we have obtained here at 3 on Your Side, we've learned that Jackson City officials have spent more than $1 million so far to restore Thalia Hall. So that amount includes nearly $933,000 in charges from guarantee restoration services. That's for the mold growth remediation. And that's the main problem that has shut down the entertainment venue here in our area. Other work done includes basement work, lobby cleaning, office area cleaning. Other companies have been paid, included MCI Construction and Norman Roofing. Right now, the plans are for Thalia Mar to reopen on January the 17th. Time will tell if that will happen. We are hoping that it happens, and hoping that it happens. Let's just put it that way. So we're looking forward to that. And then here in the city of Jackson, Jackson is seeking contractors for their 911 center. So the city has begun seeking contractors to conduct some major repairs on their 911 center. The city began advertising for bids for a contractor to do the repairs at the building located at 355 Tom Bigby Street. Jackson Police Chief Joseph Wade said the building has not been renovated in quite some time. He says that there's a leaky roof that's caused some damage. Dispatchers there could take your calls, which can sometimes be as much as 10,000 calls a week. So the cost for the repairs is currently unknown. Sealed bids are due February the 4th. So if this is something you want to bid on, you got until the 4th of February to get those sealed bids in. And another big thing that's going to be happening here in the city of Jackson in 2025 is the race for the mayor here in our area. So longtime city councilman Kenneth Stokes, he is now once again considering to run for mayor, but he's saying that he's not going to do it if his children tell him no, which I kind of like that. If his kids say no, Dad, don't do it. He says he's not going to do it. So he says that that's the one thing that will help to influence his decision if his kids say no. He's been in office here, public office here, since 1989. That's when he was first elected to the Ward 3 seat. He does plan on running for re-election of Ward 3 councilman if he doesn't run for mayor. And speaking of running for mayor, who else could be running for mayor as far as a potential mayor runs from the city council? So we spoke with other council members about their plans. Ashby Foote, Tina Clay, Brian Grizel said they each seek another term for city council. Let me correct myself. They are looking to seek another term for city council. City council current president, Virgie Lindsay, says that she is still undecided. And Vernon Hartley and Aaron Banks have yet to respond to our request, but as soon as we get information from them when they respond, we'll pass that info right along to you. So be back here at 2:30 for our First Alert Weather Team. They're going to give you a more in-depth forecast of the beautiful forecast that we look to have over the next few days. I'll be here tomorrow, the very last day of 2024 at 1 o'clock. I hope you're here to join me. But otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful and safe day. I'll see you tomorrow.